What will be the impact of the UK Online Safety Bill on education? The Online Safety Bill is a groundbreaking piece of legislation that's just passed its final parliamentary debate and is ready to become law. In this video, the OSA will help you to understand what the bill entails, before going on to look at the possible impact on schools and the education sector. This law aims to deliver powerful child protection measures and empower adults to regain control of their online lives. It's a bold step forward in making the digital world safer, particularly for children. But like all laws, it's not without its fair share of controversy and debate. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the features of this groundbreaking law. So what does the UK Online Safety Bill entail? At its core, this legislation is designed to make the online world a safer place, particularly for children. It introduces robust child protection laws, giving adults the tools they need to control their online experiences. One of its main objectives is to hold social media platforms accountable for the content they host. If they fail to prevent and remove illegal content, they could face severe penalties, which we'll delve into later. Moreover, the bill takes aim at online fraud, violence against women and girls, and even issues like animal cruelty. It's a comprehensive approach to tackling the myriad of issues that have arisen in our digital age. Every law has its pros and cons, and the UK Online Safety Bill is no exception. On the upside, the bill is taking considerable strides towards creating a safer online world, especially for children. It mandates the removal of illegal content and introduces groundbreaking protections such as tools for parents to filter out harmful content for their children and age verification for pornography sites. However, the bill is not without its detractors. Critics have voiced concerns over the impact on end-to-end encryption. The bill grants the regulator, Ofcom, the power to intercept and check encrypted data for illicit or harmful content. There are fears that this could be exploited by hackers, creating a serious threat to privacy. Another contentious point is the bill's potential to give tech firms and regulators control over online speech. The definition of illegal content remains vague, and there's a risk that platforms could block content, even protest videos, in a bid to comply with the law. But what happens when these rules are broken? Breaking the rules comes with consequences. The UK Online Safety Bill is no exception. Non-compliant social media platforms could face substantial fines or even imprisonment. The penalties are severe, up to £18 million or 10% of their global annual revenue, whichever is higher. But who's responsible for enforcing these rules? That role falls to Ofcom, the communications regulator. They'll be the ones implementing the new laws and setting the first batch of standards that tech firms should meet. Their focus will be tackling illegal content and safeguarding children's safety online. Now, let's understand how this law affects schools. Importantly, the word school does not feature at all in the 145 pages of the Online Safety Bill, indicating that there are no requirements for schools to specifically meet. However, the bill aligns with the statutory requirements of keeping children safe in education. KCSI 2023 placed increased emphasis on the requirement for schools to provide monitoring and filtering to prevent children from accessing inappropriate online content, a central aim of the Online Safety Bill. This means the bill, aligned with KCSI, highlights the importance of robust systems and tools that can effectively filter out harmful content. In this act, an important definition to understand is the term user-to-user service. This is defined as an internet service in which content that is generated or uploaded by a user may be encountered by another user. Such services are now held to a stringent duty of care for their users. Where users are children, the service will need to carry out and maintain a children's risk assessment. Failure to meet the expected duty of care standards or to carry out a risk assessment could have serious legal implications. Schools must now carefully consider if their online platforms, such as virtual learning environments, could be defined as user-to-user services. If so, schools need to consider how to manage and monitor activity on these platforms. If students can send messages and upload content for other students to view without this being overseen by staff, then this should be reviewed. However, we must not lose sight of the positive impacts that the Act will have on children and the education sector. Schools are struggling to deal with the impact of social media on the mental health of children, dealing with behavioral issues which have started online. facing rising levels of misogyny and many other problems which stem from the impact of the internet on children. If successful, the Act should help to reduce the impact of these online harms, creating a safer online environment for children and reducing the safeguarding and pastoral burdens schools are currently struggling to cope with. Do you work in the education sector? If so, please comment to tell us what you think about the new online safety laws.